Tonight, the Huskies go for the ECAC North Championship. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Husky Basketball Championship Style. This is Steve Berkowitz along with Paul Porto live from the Cabot Gym, where tonight, the big matchup, Northeastern, the #1 seed in the ECAC North with a record of 22-5, takes on Holy Cross, the #2 seed with a record of 19-8. Northeastern got here by virtue of their win in overtime against Vermont as they beat the Catamount 76-69. Holy Cross defeated Maine down in Worcester 63-54, and so we have the first meeting between these two teams since they formed the ECAC North Division last year. Holy Cross, the defending champions, and tonight, Paul, the Huskies look to go to the NCAA playoffs for the first time in Division I history.
It's going to be some battle all the way around. I think the benches are going to play a big role tonight. Some of the keys that I think so far is going to stop Ed Thurman. If they can get Eddie Thurman in trouble for Holy Cross, he's their only legitimate backcourt ball handler. Ed Thurman will handle the ball all night long. They go with a big lineup sometimes, moving Witz into the backcourt, and I think that's going to cause matchup problems with some of the guards. But then again, their size up front, 6'9", a lot of problems, and guys like Charlie Heineck and Rowan Braswell, I think this is going to be their big night.
Huskies lead by 4, 35-31, so that could pick up the Crusaders. 1:30 to go in the first half. Moss, open 23-footer, good! Barry Moss has the hot hand tonight. 37-31, Huskies lead by 6 again. Huskies by 2, Halsell inbounds it to Rucker in the backcourt. 15 seconds to go. Pete Harris takes control now with 12 seconds. He's across the line left side, 10 seconds. 9, he head fakes, top of the circle. Leans, fires, the shot is no good. He was fouled with 6 seconds to go. Harris has one more shot. It is up and good. Baseball pass is going to go out of bounds. So the Huskies will have the basketball underneath their own basket. Rucker will inbound that baseline, 6 seconds to go. The Huskies will have the last shot again. They lead by 4. Rucker looking around, throws it way back out for Harris. Pete has the ball, head fakes, foul line, double teamed. It's blocked, he gets it back, 2 seconds, throws it up and in at the buzzer. What a way to end the first half. And the Huskies are pumped up. They storm to the locker room. Northeastern all jumped up on that play. Everybody on the bench, they run into the locker room at halftime. Big play by Pete Harris as he lost the ball, picked it back up. The shot was blocked, and he sunk the shot at the buzzer. And Northeastern leads by 6 at halftime, 41-35. They are 20 minutes away from the NCAAs.
Great job in the first half, good defense, and they've been solid. Holy Cross has been having problems handling the ball against the quicker Huskies.
The score at the end of the first half of play, Northeastern 41, Holy Cross 35. Let's go down to Chip Rucker as he is talking with Tony Robinson.
Okay, Chip, at first I wanted to talk to Barry because Barry's having a good game in the first half. Barry seemed to open the offense up for you when you couldn't get inside. Exactly what was going on the court?
Well, they're trying to stop the lob pass against us down low. They're trying to make the outside shot go for us, but Perry's hitting it. But now the second half should be more open for me inside and Dave in charge, so the second half should be more inside for us.
Coach took y'all kind of early. Were you in foul trouble? And when Phil came in, what did Phil do to,
I wasn't in foul trouble. I wasn't in the flow of the game, but Phil came in and controlled the game for us and pushed the ball and played a good D.
Okay, go on, have a good second half.
This is just everything you could ask for. It really has. It's been exciting, great basketball, good play no matter what happens. The fans have been entertained, and the Huskies are giving it their all. But Holy Cross is playing just as hard. 2 even teams. And if this does not convince the ECAC North people, and if it does not convince George Blaney, then I don't know. Nothing will. Right here, Ed Thurman, who is a 73% foul shooter. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Huskies by 2. 1 shot coming up. It is up and good. A 3-point play, and it's a 1-point game. 67-66. Perry Moss in the backcourt. Starts to bring it up. Thurman on him. Perry across the line right side. Full burst of speed. Now he slows it down. The Huskies again will spread out. Moss starts to drive. A man on his back. Perry goes up with a shot off the rim and good. Perry Moss driving and hitting. 69-66. He took it one-on-one. Got the roll. 2:25 to go. Northeastern leads by 3.
22 for Moss.
With the ball now. Left side, it is Witz. Underneath it goes to Logan. He banks it up. No good. A foul on Braswell. And Rowland is fouled out. Rowland is fouled out. And that will put Logan at the free throw line for 2 shots. He lowered his way in. So Holy Cross nearly had a 3-point play again, or an opportunity for it if that shot went through. But right here, Logan, who this season is shooting just 61% from the foul line, will take 2 shots. Braswell fouls out. Gets a hand from Perry Moss. He did a good job.
Good position in there. Rowland should have stopped his movement, and he might have got an offensive foul. Jefferson gets a little minute and a half breather, and he's ready to play ball now. Rowland has been the big plus, like I said, inside. They needed that muscle inside. Charlie Heineck, great games for Charlie so far.
Alrighty, here's the situation. 2:17 to go. 2 shots are coming up for Logan right now. Chris Logan, sophomore, 6'8", out of Brooklyn, makes the first. 69-67. He can cut it to 1. Eric Jefferson, for a time, came to life in the second half. Then, as of late, it has been the Perry Moss show. 2 driving shots for the last couple of hoops. 1 more for Logan. It is good. 69-68. Huskies by a point. We're going right down to it, down to the wire. Perry Moss will bring it up now. Moss across the line to the middle. Man-to-man by Holy Cross. Thurman meets him. Deep left sideline, Eric Jefferson looking for Harris. He gives it to Pete. Met by Witz. Pete backing in. Starts the drive right side. Deep right sideline. It goes now to Perry Moss. Less than 2 minutes to go in the championship game. Moss in the midcourt circle. Looks around. Starts the drive. Backs in. Now back at it goes to Harris. 1:50 left. Pete between his legs. And he slows it down. Now he starts the drive again. Slows again. Throws out to Moss. Perry deep right sideline. Pete almost lost it as Thurman came over. Perry left-handed dribble between his legs. Backs in. Outside to Harris. 1:38. Pete with the ball. Huskies lead 69-68. And Eric Jefferson just lost the ball. The pass went to EJ. He was not ready for it. And then it went into the hands of Jim Calhoun.
Eric had both hands on his knees on that play.
A simple turnover, and the Huskies lead by 1. Holy Cross has the ball. 1:25 to go. Right sideline deep it is Mulquin. He looks around. Holds over his head. Back to Thurman. Left side it is Witz. He holds. He starts the drive. Backs off to Thurman. Let's see. Will Holy Cross hold for the last shot or go for the good one? Thurman, top of the circle. He feels it. The shot is good. And Thurman gives Holy Cross a 1-point lead. Clock is running. Huskies trail 70-69. 1:06 to go. So they have scored 4 in a row now. Harris across the line to the middle, and Northeastern calls its 3rd time out with 1:02 left. And the shot by Thurman, top of the circle. He took it. The long-range shot went in. And a clutch one there.
This is Eric Jefferson. Just wasn't alert for that ball. He is outside. Pete Harris bounced off of him. And when a ball bounces off of your chest, off your arm, you're not looking for it at all.
They will remember that play for a long, long time if it turns out that the Huskies lose this game. Eric Jefferson just lost the ball with a 1-point lead. It went off his chest. And on the ensuing play, Holy Cross came down the floor. The shot from the top of the circle by Thurman, who has been the story for them scoring-wise in the second half for Holy Cross, gives them the lead back 70-69. So we have a minute and 2 seconds to go. The Huskies presumably will go out to the T-stall. But if the shot is there, they've got to take it. They have to watch out for the offensive foul. Both teams over the foul limit. It could come down to a free throw shooting contest, but at the rate right now, there would not be an overtime because it's a seesaw situation, a 1-point lead.
I'd take the ball right to the hoop if I was the Huskies and try to work and just rely on your defense. They've been having problems getting a good shot. If it comes, let it come. Don't go into that T-score. Nobody's really asserting themselves. It's going to be a tough one.
The Huskies have been here several times before. It seems every time they come down to the stretch, they hang on. Here in this building this season, they are 9-0. But with 1:02 to go, that does not mean a thing right here. They've got to play this right here. Huskies trail 70-69. 1:02 to go here in the ball game. The Huskies send out Pete Harris and Perry Moss, Dave Leto, Chip Rucker, and Eric Jefferson, who had the miscue before. It is Thurman, Witz, Seaman, along with Logan and Mulquin for Holy Cross. So here we go. Eric Jefferson has Pete Harris alone in the backcourt, and Pete has the ball. Pete walks up. 1 minute left in the title game. Huskies looking for the NCAAs. They're down by 1. Pete on the right side. It goes to Moss. Returns it right back to Harris. Pete drives left side. 50 seconds to go now. Pete with the left-handed dribble. Witz on him. He starts the drive. Gets away. Baseline keeps going. Has the shot blocked, and we'll have a jump ball. A jump ball. Pete claiming he was hit on the wrist. Looking for the foul, but the referee did not call it here in a close situation. So Pete will go up against Mulquin, and Holy Cross now will take a timeout. Mulquin is 6'7". Holy Cross takes its third timeout. Each team has 2 left, so this is a big situation here. If Northeastern loses the ball, they've got to hope for a steal or a foul situation.
Tough defense, that's all.
But they haven't lost the ball yet.
True. They should position themselves on this tap to try to get something out of it. Since Pete Harris, no way that he has jumping ability, I don't think, to get the ball. So positioning on this out-of-bounds tap could be key.
All of a sudden, it's very quiet here. And
45 seconds is plenty of time. No reason to get down yet. We've seen some miracles. Towson State, that was one game I'll never forget.
The Huskies were down by 6 with 34 seconds to go. They tied it up, and they won in overtime in the first round of the Fairfield Classic. They won that tournament. Now, of course, here we've seen several times on the jump ball where the man who actually gets there first does not actually control it for his team. Somebody step in. So that's the key. And Northeastern hopes to do that with 45 seconds to go. Pete is 6 feet. He's got great jumping ability. But on the other hand, Mulquin is 6'7". We'll have to see. 70-69. Holy Cross by 1. As they score the last 4 points, the Huskies went on top by 3 thanks to Perry Moss hitting a couple of driving shots. And then Holy Cross came on with the 2 free throws made before to cut it down to 1. And then Thurman hitting the shot with about a minute and a half to go from the top of the circle. So that's where we stand. 45 seconds to go. Harris and Mulquin on the jump ball. And Pete is going to have to call on all of his jumping ability now. He's giving away a half a foot. 45 seconds to go. The tap is controlled by Holy Cross. It's loose. And we'll have another jump ball between Dave Lato and Gary Witz. Lato got in there to tie it up. Now here, Dave has a knee injury. He's 6'7", and Witz is 6'7". Lato is not the greatest of jumpers. Witz claiming he got hit in the eye, and apparently he did. But we'll still have a jump ball, so the Huskies have another chance at it. 43 seconds to go. The referee will throw it up. Lato and Witz. Here we go. The tap is controlled by Holy Cross. And we have a backcourt foul on Eric Jefferson. Seaman was fouled in the backcourt. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Seaman, shooting 72%. The Huskies, at the worst, have to hope that Holy Cross makes only 1.
1 out of 2, they're still in a great situation.
70-69.
Matter of fact, if he misses the first one, they're in an even better situation.
Exactly.
40 seconds left, just 5 seconds off the clock.
40 seconds to go. Holy Cross 70, Northeastern 69. And right here it is Seaman, a 1-and-1. You mentioned before it's going to come down to free throw shooting. Holy Cross, a well-disciplined team. They play well in the clutch, and right here, this is the big situation. The crowd trying to distract Tom Seaman. He has a 1-and-1. And of course, if he misses, the Huskies have to control the rebound. The shot is up. It is no good. Rebound is by Holy Cross. It goes out of bounds. What are they going to call? They call a foul, I believe, on Dave Lato. The rebound came in the corner. Lato and Witz fought for it, and the Huskies had the opportunity. So right here we have a foul on Dave Lato, and Witz will shoot the free throw. And again, the Huskies had 2 opportunities on the jump ball. They could not gain it. They committed a foul. Holy Cross missed the 1-and-1. We have 38 seconds to go. And Witz now, who was the captain and senior on this team, the equivalent to Pete Harris as far as playing well down the stretch, he is shooting 78% from the foul line. And what are the odds of them missing 2 in a row? So they had the opportunity again. Dave Lato had the basketball, but then lost it, and the foul was called. So Witz now a 1-and-1. He's bouncing the ball up the line. The crowd distracting him. He bends. The shot is up and good. Clutch shot by Gary Witz. 71-69. Holy Cross leads by 2, and this is the big shot. This can be a 3-point game. 1 more for Witz. Here it is. It is up and good. Huskies down by 3, 72-69, 36 seconds to go. They need a hoop. Pete Harris in traffic on the run, throws it up and in! 33 seconds, they're down by 1. Holy Cross, wait a minute, Huskies have called the timeout. Huskies have called the timeout, although the play is still going on right now. With the crowd noise, nobody can hear the whistle. 33 seconds, Pete Harris just took the ball in traffic, on the run, flinged it in. So they're down by 1, and just like that, he answers right back. Timeout by Northeastern, as referee Ed Cortado trying to get control there. So Northeastern now has just 1 timeout left to go, and they're right back in it.
I saw a funny situation today, the Villanova-Syracuse game. They didn't know how many timeouts they had at the end. might have cost them the ball game. They lost the ball on the technical foul.
That's exactly what happened. They were down by 2 with 3 seconds to go in the third overtime. They had the ball, and they called another timeout. They did not have any because they wanted to check out the defense, and that was poor communication. So what happened? Syracuse got a technical foul and the basketball. They hit the free throw, they inbounded the ball, and that was the game. And Syracuse is now in the NCAAs along with BC. 33 seconds here, and the situation has developed like this. The Huskies were up by 3. They took that lead. Holy Cross scored 4 in a row. The Thurman jumper put them on top by 1. And then Northeastern had a couple of opportunities to get the ball back. They lost 2 jump balls. Then they committed a foul. The shot was missed as they missed the free throw. However, Dave Leto could not get control of the ball. He was called for the foul, and Witz was sent to the free throw line. He made both to make it a 3-point game. Pete House immediately on the run just threw up a wild shot in the lane. It went in. That's what happens, I guess, when you're the captain and star of the team. So it's a 1-point game, 33 seconds to go.
Huskies are probably going to deny all over the court, try to get this inbounds pass. That's the only hope.
The Huskies look for one of 3 things: a 5-second count, an offensive foul, or a steal. If it comes down to it, they'll have to commit a foul. And the Manta foul, you're looking for 4 free throw shooters. Well, out there right now, they have Thurman, he's 73%, but they have good free throw shooters now, so it's hard. Holy Cross has not inbounded it yet. They looked around, taking their time. It's almost a 5-second count, very close. Thurman, now they have a break. Left side with 28 seconds to go. EJ all over. And we have a foul now. Thurman is fouled by Harris and Jefferson. They called it on Pete. 26 seconds to go, a 1-point game again. If he makes only 1, the Huskies have a chance to tie. If he misses the first, they can go take the lead.
Ran over Pete Harris in the backcourt. Pete was trying to get that offensive foul. No call there. Good foul. Put Thurman on the line. A little bit of pressure. Hopefully he'll freeze up.
He's a 73% free throw shooter. And Thurman, who is a junior out of Lynn Classical, he will step up to the foul line right now. He hit the shot before to put him ahead. 26 seconds to go. And again, if he misses, the Huskies must get the rebound. The crowd will try to distract him. And he's got the ball now. He approaches the line. He checks the hoop. It is up. It is good. Holy Cross leads 73-71. This is the big shot again. Northeastern only has 1 more timeout. If he makes it here, the Huskies are in trouble. If he misses, they've got to control the rebound and go for the tie. Here's the second shot. It is up and good. Big free throw, 74-71, 25 seconds. The Huskies have to score. Harris on the fly, right side, baseline, fakes. He is hit. The shot is short. Rebound, Jefferson is back it in. And the Huskies called their last timeout with 16 seconds to go. They have called their last timeout. Eric Jefferson getting the rebound, 74-73. Holy Cross by 1. But that play before, Pete Harris was bumped. There was no way they were going to call the foul.
No, I thought I was going to see some foul call there, but nothing. Luckily, Eric Jefferson got in there. Still 16 seconds, plenty of time. Deny all over the court, hope to get a foul or whatever. Or foul the ball right away and make somebody shoot foul shots.
The Huskies are still alive. Now the importance of that timeout. If Holy Cross, again, goes up by 3, if Northeastern scores, they cannot stop the clock with another timeout. They cannot, again, at any point in this regulation period, stop the clock. Again, you have to hope for a 5-second count, which was very close before. They could throw it away. They could commit a foul, a steal possibly. The last resort for Northeastern is to commit a foul and put Holy Cross at the free throw line.
All these guys are pretty good foul shooters. The entire unit they have in is over 70%. So it makes it tough. If anything, I'd foul one of the younger ball players, maybe a Mulquin, not your tough senior like Seaman. 16 seconds left, big deny. You should talk to the referees on a play like this, get them to look at all the body contact and hopefully draw an offensive foul.
That's what Pete Harris is doing now. Pete Harris, this may be the final 16 seconds of his career here at the Cabot Gym, along with Perry Moss, Eric Jefferson, Chip Rucker, and Dave Leto. Holy Cross will send people down the floor. They've got them all spread out. 16 seconds to go. The ball is not in yet. He looks around. The count is almost up. Thurman in the backcourt. Harris fouls him with 15 seconds to go. Pete going for the steal, and that is a smart play. You have to do that. You cannot waste any time at all, and why take a chance? So now the situation again is this. Thurman has a 1-and-1, and Holy Cross has been exceptional from the free throw line. Thurman before sunk 2, and with a 1-point game, he can just about wrap it up with 2 free throws. Huskies hope he makes it the maximum of 1. Thurman is going to go up to the line right now.
Huskies have no timeout, so they can't freeze Thurman up and make him think about it.
Here we go, the 1 and 1. This is when it really counts. 15 seconds. Here's the shot. No good. The rebound. Holy Cross is going to go get it. They've got the ball, and 12 seconds, 11 seconds. The Huskies have to commit a foul. 10 seconds, 9. Holy Cross trying to kill it now. 6 seconds. Thurman has it with 5 seconds. They go after him, and they commit the foul with 4 seconds. Well, the Huskies had everything they wanted. The shot was missed, but it was a long bounce. It came all the way out to midcourt, and they got the ball back. So Thurman is at the free throw line again, and even if he misses, the Huskies have to rely on a desperation chance. So it does not look very good right now.
They had their shot. They had it, but a bad bounce. Went out high, and Huskies were protecting the basket. They have 5 men inside.
It's a 2-shot foul. They indicate a 2-shot intentional foul. Now, the best thing for this, if he misses the first and makes the second, here's the shot. It is around and in. 75-73. He can seal the Huskies' doom right here if he makes this free throw. It will be all over for Northeastern. Barring a miracle, the Huskies trail by 2, 4 seconds to go. Thurman has 1 more. And this could be the ball game right here. Here's the shot. It is up, around, no good. Huskies go for the tie. Moss, 2 seconds. 1 at the buzzer. Midcourt shot is good. It's good. Perry Moss from midcourt. Perry Moss from midcourt sends the game into overtime. Perry Moss puts the game into overtime at 75. The greatest shot ever in Northeastern history. And everybody has collapsed onto the floor. I don't believe it. Perry Moss from midcourt ties the game at 75. It's the miracle of Cabot Gym. They'll remember this moment forever. The game is not over yet, but the Huskies are back in it. Everybody has poured onto the floor, and Holy Cross is absolutely stunned. Perry Moss, who 2 years ago hit a 35-footer against Army to beat them by 1 at the buzzer, 62-61, has done it again 2 years later. This time in the finals, Moss from midcourt hits the shot to tie it up. 75-75, we go to overtime. What a moment, what a moment.
They can do it all. Perry Moss is known for that.
Perry Moss from 45 feet out. He is the strongest man on this team. If you look as far as his weight, pound for pound, he is the strongest, and only Perry Moss can take a jump shot from 45 feet. He let it go at the buzzer. It went in, swish, and we have 5 more minutes of basketball.
And
what
guess what, Steve? We have the momentum.
You certainly say that, but now, of course, the Huskies have got to make sure they do not get over-exuberant. Here is the story, and I cannot believe it has actually happened. Northeastern was desperately trying to get back in here. Several times they tried to foul as they fouled Holy Cross. Holy Cross made the free throws. The Huskies have come right back with 4 seconds to go. Thurman missed the free throw, but he got the ball right back, and he was fouled again. The first shot he made on the intentional foul to make it a 2-point game. He missed the second, shook up for the rebound, threw it to Moss, and Perry from midcourt on a desperation try ties the game at 75. The greatest miracle ever here at the Cabot Gym.
I was ready to pack it up, Steve. I was ready to pack it up.
Oh my goodness. 3,000 people, whether you're from Northeastern or Holy Cross, will never forget that shot. The game now has taken a totally different turn. We go to overtime, 5 minutes on the clock.
That's 24 points for Perry Moss. Everybody has to love that. If you weren't into this ball game, and I don't know why not, you're into it now.
Would you say that was a good percentage shot?
He set up for it. Holy Cross more or less gave him that desperation, and Perry puts them in for 50 feet against Army, a couple other ball clubs. He set and he scored it.
Well, the Huskies were outscored 40-34 in the second half, but they were being outscored 40-32 until Perry Moss hit a shot from midcourt. You know, they talk about this. You see it all around the country, and it's happened here at the Cabot Gym. Oh my goodness. This may go on all night. We've had 3 overtimes in the Big East today. Vermont and BU had 3 overtimes. Northeastern and Vermont had an overtime, and Northeastern this year 5-1 in overtimes, and they can now If they outscore Holy Cross in the next 5 minutes, we'll be on their way to the NCAAs.
Just when you thought it was over, we're back for 5 more minutes.
Let me ask you an honest question. Did you think that had a chance?
No, I knew it had a chance. Perry set up for it right from midcourt. He, had some time, and he's excellent shooting. You have to be strong, and Perry's strongest man, inch for inch on the team. He just stuck it in.
That is all the explanation you need. Overtime. Chip Rucker, Eric Jefferson, Dave Lato, Pete Harris, and Perry Moss. It is going to be Seaman. Floyd now is back in the game, along with Witz, Thurman, and Mulquin. Let's see how the Huskies react. And this is a violation. Floyd is over the line. The jump ball controlled by Northeastern. Pete Harris in the backcourt, being attacked heavily by Mulquin. Floyd had actually committed a violation, but it was not called. So the Huskies now going right to left in the overtime. We are in overtime. Have the ball. They're tied at 75. Moss, deep left side. He's this time only 25 feet away, but he doesn't shoot it. EJ, right side to Harris. Down low to Moss. Perry fakes. He is fouled on the play. He's got a 2-shot foul.
Good ball movement there. They posted up Perry Moss low. Perry's been doing some job working against Eddie Thurman. A tough matchup. 6'2". They're both super fast guards, and Thurman's just been having problems chasing them all over these picks. The Huskies have been set.
Moss at the free throw line, 77%. I do not believe he has been there tonight. Now, let's see what happens. Perry, will this be too close for him? Here's the first. It is up and good. 76-75. Northeastern leads by 1.
His first foul shot of the night. Floyd's out and Logan's back in.
In the Vermont game, the Huskies scored all of their points from the foul line. They were 16 for 17. Here's one more for Perry Moss. It is up. It is good. 77-75. Believe it or not, Northeastern leads by 2. Mulquin right side. EJ going for the steal. He's double teamed. Moss is there as well. Mulquin looks around, and it's going to be a 5-second count almost. Almost. Thurman is out near midcourt. He tries to calm his team down, gain some composure. He looks around. High post now, it goes to Logan. Logan back to Thurman, comes to the right side. In the right corner, Mulquin drives to the open baseline. Later all over him. He's double teamed. The ball goes back into the circle to Witz. His shot is deflected by Moss. And Eric Jefferson gives it to Pete Harris. The Huskies now with the momentum. 4:07 to go. Pete Harris with the right-handed dribble. Checks coach Jim Calhoun. In the overtime, the Huskies will have 1 additional timeout. Pete now looks around, bounce pass deep right sideline to Moss. Perry holds over his head, starts the drive, gets by, baseline double team. Back out to EJ. Eric comes behind the circle, left side Harris gets by Witz, he's open, he fakes again. The shot is blocked, Pete will get it back. Left baseline, he comes back out. Witz, good D, he contained him well. Pete now comes around again, Huskies by 2. 3:41 to go. Looks around, deep left sideline to EJ, back it goes to Harris. Pete holds the ball, drives left side, keeps going baseline, but he's double teamed, meets the wall. Now he turns back again. His open shot is around, no good. He drew the foul. And Pete wanted that badly. He is running all the way out to midcourt. Pete is psyched up for this, no question about it.
That was a super play there by Harris. Witz is all over him. He hesitated going back out, turned around, used his quickness, and this missed the three-point play. But Witz, I have to give him all the credit in the world. Imagine sticking Pete Harris all night long. But he's quick, 6'7", so he doesn't have to go for head fakes. Pete fakes him, but he doesn't have to go up. Oof.
Pete has missed 1 free throw tonight. 3:30 to go. He has 2 shots right here. He bends. He will check the hoop. The shot is up and good. It was in and out and back in again. He rattled it in. 78-75. Holy Cross might be a little devastated by the Moss midcourt shot to put it into overtime. Pete can make it a 4-point game. It is up. It is good. 79-75. The Huskies lead by 4. And Holy Cross has got to convert here. Thurman over the line right side. Drives. And now he keeps going, right baseline, double team. Huskies all over him defensively. Left side, Mulquin, he's open, doesn't shoot. Moss and Rucker come out to him. High post now, on the right side it goes to Thurman. Thurman looks around. Huskies, tremendous defense in that 1-3-1. Outside, high, Mulquin, left side of the circle, double team. Left corner now driving as Witz gets away. Blocked by Lato, but a foul as well. A great play by Lato, and he made Witz think about that. Witz went in strong, and if you're going to foul, take him out of the play.
Good recovery by Lato. I think that's 4 fouls on Dave also.
3:07 to go, so it is Gary Witz now who has 2 shots. 79-75, Northeastern by 4. Late in regulation, they had so many breaks they could not take advantage, but they got the biggest of all on the midcourt shot by Moss. Here is Witz for 2 shots. It is up. It is good. He is so cool under pressure. Gary Witz, the senior co-captain, along with Dave Mulquin. He makes it a 3-point game. Huskies lead. He bends, he shoots, the shot is good. 79-77, 3:07 to go. The Huskies lead by 2 points in the overtime. They are 5-1 this season in OT. Harris will bring it up. Huskies with the ball going right to left, 3 minutes to go. Pete Harris head fakes, Witz on him in the man-to-man. EJ gives it right back to Harris, deep left sideline in front of the Husky bench. Pete drives on Witz. Now he comes back out near midcourt. Gets a pick from Moss, met by Thurman. He's double teamed, and they had Moss open, but they cannot get the ball to him. EJ has it now, and he gives it right back to Harris in the midcourt circle. Huskies looking to pad the lead. Pete fakes, head fakes again. Deep right sideline, it goes to Moss. Back out to Harris. Pete with the ball, looks around, and the Huskies are, I don't like this, they're going into the T-score. They can hold on to the ball, spread out 4 corners, and twice already they have turned it over when they have done this. Eric Jefferson just lost the ball the last time it went to him. But they lead by 2. 2:23 to go, and they can't afford to do it. Moss plays the point now. He's in the midcourt circle. Looks around. The crowd cheers him on. Pete Harris left-handed dribble between the circles. Looks around. Starts the drive. Slows it down. Back out to Moss. Deep right sideline. 2:10 left in the overtime. Huskies 79. Holy Cross 77. Moss skipping in the midcourt circle. Head fakes. Stops. Gives to Harris. He comes around to the middle now. Pete comes up the middle. 2 minutes. Pete backs off. Starts the drive. Backs off again. And Witz goes for the steal. Pete is double teamed and fouled. He is fouled by Gary Witz. No! They call an offensive foul! An offensive foul on Pete Harris. I don't believe that call.
This time of the game, that is a weak call to make, or none at all.
Pete was double teamed and stepped away from the pressure. And they've just called an offensive foul. It's not a shooting foul. 1:53 to go. Holy Cross now goes for the equalizer. Whoa. So that is the 3rd on Pete. Right side with the ball, it is Thurman. He looks around. We can have a long ways to go. And Thurman has it again. Right sideline, deep Mulquin over his head. Back to Thurman, behind the circle. Starts the drive. Now he backs up. 1:36 left to go. Thurman with Moss all over him. Perry in his face. Almost a 5-second count, but it's not. Witz gives it right back to Thurman, skipping to his left. Less than a minute and a half to go. Mulquin, deep right side. Bounces twice. Moss knocks it down. It goes out of bounds. Perry got a hand on it, but cannot pick it up.
Holy Cross wants a timeout with 1:24 left.
So Holy Cross takes timeout number 4. They still have 2 left, as you have 5 in regulation, 1 more in overtime.
It's unbelievable the calls that are going down these last couple of minutes. That call on Pete Harris was quite a light one. Home court advantage is nothing at home.
How they could have called that down the stretch in overtime when nothing really even happened. Pete was double teamed, he was hit, and then he just moved away. And they called an offensive foul. Well, the Huskies have to forget about it because it's over and done with. They've got a hold there, poise. Holy Cross, now, I tell you something, Paul, the impression I had the first half of this overtime that the Huskies were in control and Holy Cross seemed dismayed. But now the Crusaders appear to have gotten their composure back.
They have Northeastern, by this slowdown T-score game, sort of gives them a chance to get back into it. And they've taken away some of the momentum that they had earlier by stalling the ball. Here comes the trophy into the gymnasium. It's a big old Cabot to see who's going to take home all the good stuff afterwards. Maybe that's a great incentive now, but everybody knows Monday we'll know what's going to be what, who's going to be where, if the Huskies will be there, when NIT bids coming out.
And of course the 4 sites could be either Los Angeles, Providence, Austin, Texas, or Dayton, Ohio. If they get there, the Huskies lead by 2 in the overtime, 1:24 to go. Holy Cross has the ball. This is Thurman, right out near midcourt, 1:20 left. Huskies in the 1-3-1. Thurman comes to the right side, stops his dribble, left side of the circle. Witz, he fakes again, double team, right corner now Mulquin. He wants the shot, comes to his left. Jump pass in the lane, goes to Witz. He's open, the shot is good. Gary Witz has tied the game up. The Huskies scored the first 4. 79-75, then Witz has come back with 4 straight a minute ago, and I think the Huskies will hold for the last shot. 79 all. Pete Harris gets the signal, 1 shot, 53 seconds to go. This is dangerous. Pete starts the drive, and then he comes back out. He's got the ball now. Witz is on him, 46 seconds to go. 79 all. Harris, 43, out near midcourt. Holy Cross laying back just a bit.
They have to look score, though. They have to look score. The only thing that can happen now is a turnover.
Moss in the midcourt circle. Perry with the ball, double teamed, goes out to EJ, back it goes to Moss. Here's the pressure with less than 30 seconds to go. EJ has a deep left sideline to Moss with 25 seconds. They go for another buzzer beater. Perry outside, it goes to Harris with 20 seconds to go. And now we're getting close. 18 seconds, the crowd is up. Pete Harris has the ball, 15 seconds, still have plenty of time. 13, they want the very last shot. 11 seconds, Pete starts the drive, has an opening, loses the ball. We have a whistle. We have a whistle and a foul out here on Holy Cross. Pete Harris with 8 seconds to go has a 1-and-1. And if ever you want a man at the free throw line in the clutch, it's Pete Harris.
Still plenty of time. If both shots go in, Holy Cross can still come down for a score.
Well, they may ice the free throw shooter. Let's see what is happening right now. A conference is going on at the press table. Pete Harris, unless the foul was away from the ball, Pete Harris had control. And let's check. Now they're going to come back out. Okay. The two teams come out with 8 seconds to go. The Holy Cross foul they give to Gary Witz. So it does mean that Pete Harris, who fumbled the ball, was hit from behind, is at the free throw line. And Pete has been clutch his entire career. And he can give the Huskies a 2-point lead with both ends of the 1-and-1. But first, Holy Cross will try to ice Pete Harris, if that's possible. They call a timeout. That is now their fifth. Each team has one timeout left.
What a comeback. I can look at that highlight on the news that Perry Moss...
you may not be able to because we're approaching the 11 o'clock news.
5 minutes of 10 already. This game started late, overtime. Hopefully we won't go to see another one.
Now, here's the key situation. If Pete makes both free throws, the Huskies, I'm sure Holy Cross has their play set up. They will inbound the ball. Northeastern cannot give up a 3-point play. Holy Cross may try to drive, draw a foul, and the Huskies cannot commit a foul.
Good solid defense. No fouls, no Georgetown fouls or whatever else from last year. This BC Georgetown.
All righty. We're just about set. The two teams still in their huddles. Pete Harris shooting 83% from the foul line this season. The all-time leading scorer at Northeastern University. The 5th leading scorer in New England college basketball history, as he is over the 2,000-point mark right here in his last home game. Tries to give the Huskies a 2-point lead. We'll have a 1-and-1. The game is tied at 79. And again, all of Northeastern points so far in the overtime have been at the free throw line. 8 seconds to go. Pete made 2 before. Perry Moss hit the shot from midcourt to put the game into overtime after the Huskies seemed doomed.
Coach Blaney, I know he doesn't want to make another trip into the doghouse anytime soon. Hopefully next year, the ECAC, everybody's going to have to play.
They play at Holy Cross next year.
Yep. They also play at Georgia next year, but tonight they're playing.
Big time right here. Let's set the scene. The game is in overtime. We're tied at 79, 8 seconds to go. The ECAC North Championship. Pete Harris has a 1-and-1. Pete bends, checks the hoop, bends again. Now he sets, he releases, good. 80-79, and this is the big shot. This can make it a 2-point game, so Holy Cross could not win it with the shot on their end. With 8 seconds to go, and Harris needs this one. And he bends again, takes his time. Here's the shot. It is up and good. 81-79. Holy Northeastern by 2. And let's see what we have. A substitution, I believe, is being made by Holy Cross. Northeastern leads 81-79. 8 seconds to go, and now Holy Cross goes for the tie.
They're going to put Graney in.
Graney is a great shooter. He has not been in for a while, so the Huskies have to play the defense. They're 8 seconds away from the NCAAs. And it's not in yet. It is now to Graney. 7 seconds in the back. Moss steals it, but it's taken right back by Graney. Forecourt Moklin, 3 seconds. He takes the long shot. It's an air ball. The game is over. It is all over. Northeastern has won the ECAC North Championship. The Huskies are on their way to their first Division I NCAA playoffs in history, and the Huskies have defeated Holy Cross 81-79 in overtime. For Northeastern, they are on their way to the NCAAs this Thursday. The Huskies have done it. They have produced the biggest miracle ever. Northeastern has shut up the critics. They have shown that they are for real. And Northeastern is #1. And they all gather around midcourt right now. The Huskies have done it with the help of some miracles, with the help of some never die play. And Coach Jim Calhoun is now being raised upon the players' shoulders. shoulders. It is absolute bedlam here at the Cabot Gym. Celebration time. Northeastern goes to the NCAAs. They are the #1 team in the ECAC North. They finished that way in the seed, and now they have done it in the playoffs. They have beaten Holy Cross. The last shot by the Crusaders by Mulquin fell short, and Northeastern has simply earned it tonight.
Super Bowl game for everybody from Northeastern. Like always, the Huskies come back. Perry Moss, who can say enough about a 45-foot shot?
Moss is cutting the net down right now, Paul. I'm going to run down. We're going to try to get some interviews. We're going to get some interviews, get as many people as we can, and the Huskies have won it. They are the #1 team. They are on their way to the NCAA playoffs, and what can you say? It is complete euphoria here at the Cabot Gym.
This is what we've been looking for all season long. Steve Berkowitz is going to go down. It's a mob scene here at Cabot Gym. Ripping down the net. We're #1. Everybody's standing around. The Huskies are the ECAC North #1 team. NCAA, first time ever for Northeastern as Division I ball club. Perry Moss, he has to go for my star of the game along with Pete Harris. He had 26 points. Oh boy, Pete Harris had 19 on the night. Chip Rucker was quiet in the second half, had 15 points. Eric Jefferson had a great job in the second half, almost a turnover. He had 9. Rowan Braswell, he fouled out. He wound up with 4 points. Charlie Heineck, he had 6. Phil Robinson had 2 points. We've all been waiting for this moment at Cabot Gym. Steve Berkowitz is going down to try to grab some people. That was the scene. Overtime. They were down by 2 points, the Huskies. Down by 2 points, just 4 seconds left. Lucky enough, they got the rebound, and they threw it out. Rowan Braswell up, standing up over the rim, signifying we're #1 in the ECAC. #1, and we've got it. What a scene. Let's get a little crowd response. There's just nothing you can say. Oh boy, what a night. The Huskies finally do it, and now everybody's going to say we're #1. Tomorrow you can catch the highlights on the news if you were one of the unfortunate. Over 3,000 packed in the Cabot Gym tonight. Coach Calhoun is going crazy. Huskies move up to 23-5, and guess what? Northeastern is for real. 23-5. Announcements will be made on Sunday to see who's going to be playing where. Couple of possibilities for Northeastern. They can play ball in the NCAA for the first time in the tournament. Couple of sites: Dayton, Ohio, Los Angeles, Providence, or I think it's Charlotte, North Carolina. And guess what? WRBB will go wherever to follow. Chip Rucker gets this chance to cut the net off. Everybody's standing around, hardly anybody leaving tonight. This is a wild scene. The Huskies have done it. 81-79 in overtime. Now it's to the NCAA. It's 23-5. The Cinderella team that was picked to come in 3rd place out of the division. So-called lightest schedule. George Blaney commented earlier, but shows that they're the better ball club. Here's the captain, Pete Harris. He gets a big round of applause. They've done some job. Pete's going to rip it all down. Here comes the trophies. Guess what? The trophy case is here once again. We've done it. Pete Harris is going crazy. Everybody's still in the gym.
Okay, they stole our microphone. They stole our microphone down there. We cannot do any interviews, but what a scene it is. Everybody is on the court. A sea of people are out there. Both nets have been taken down. I'll tell you something, Paul. As I catch my breath, what a way for Chip Rucker, Pete Harris, even Andy Lehman and Jeff Gordon to go out here. The last game of the Cabot Gym, the Huskies have clinched their first ever NCAA berth. They're on their way. Everybody was predicting, hoping before the season began that this could be the year. And finally, all of the hopes have blossomed into fruition. Northeastern has beaten the team they had to beat. Holy Cross right here, down to the end.
This is going to be the year for the party. Tonight is going to be one of those ones, champagne down in the locker room. I'm going to get me a taste. 10 o'clock at WRBB Boston. 81-79 overtime. Perry Moss the story, 45 feet out. Half-court shot, swish, overtime. And that went down to the chill button. And Pete Harris did his thing with 8 seconds left and hit both ends of a one-on-one.
They're going to make some announcements. There are going to be a lot of things presented. Hopefully later on. I don't think anybody is going anyplace. We are going to be here for a while. I'm sorry. Just like to remind everybody, you're listening to WRBB Boston, the home of the #1 team in the ECAC North, the Northeastern basketball Huskies. They are the champions, and they are on their way to the NCAA playoffs. Right now, Coach Calhoun getting a big bear hug from one of the assistant football coaches, Ollie Wilson. Everybody down there. The Huskies needed a miracle tonight. Perry Moss hit a shot from midcourt, to tie the game up, to put it into overtime. And this is a team that never dies, never quits, and they continue to fight on. This team would never, ever relent, and they kept it going, even down the end, in the overtime situation. The game was tied up, but it was Pete Harris. Who else? Who else would it be but the captain? The best player in all of New England. Pete, with a 1-and-1, 8 seconds to go, hit them both, and it provided the margin of victory. A game that will live forever in the minds of anybody associated with Northeastern basketball. The Huskies have produced a shot at the NCAAs. Jim Calhoun, who was ridiculed by many, even early on in his Division I career with the Huskies. In his 9th season, he progressively built the ball club up. He took on the big challenges. He went up to Syracuse. He played Pitt at the Palestra and all of that. People have criticized him, but he has produced a 23-5 season. They have won the championship. It is the greatest moment in the history of Northeastern basketball. Team pictures are now being taken. I tell you, it's a heartbreaker for the Holy Cross people. There's no question. They thought they had this game wrapped up with 4 seconds to go in regulation, and they had a free throw missed. The Huskies with 3 seconds. Rucker grabbed it, gave it to Moss, and Perry hit a jumper. I mean a jumper. He got up and with all that spring, let it fly. The shot went through, swish, and then the overtime, the Huskies scored the first 4. Moss hit 2 free throws to make it 77-75. Pete Harris hit 2 free throws to make it 79-75. Then Witz hit 2 free throws and a jumper to tie it at 79. Northeastern held for the last shot. Pete was fouled by Witz with 8 seconds to go. He made them both. Holy Cross came up the floor. Moss knocked the ball down, almost went for the steal. He had it in his hands, but then lost it. Holy Cross took a shot in Moquin, an 18-footer that fell short. The rebound came out. Northeastern had control, and they made history. The Huskies have produced a miracle in part, and then it was a strong, hard effort. But this is a team that is for real. The biggest role will come for Pete Harris. Many of the people still here. Everybody gathered around midcourt, the die-hard Northeastern fans, the ones that never gave up on the Huskies, and most importantly, they never gave up on themselves. Perry Moss, the hero tonight, along with Pete Harris. Here's Perry Moss. Chip Rucker now. George Blaney questioned whether or not Northeastern should be seated first. He, the Holy Cross head coach. They thought they did not play the schedule. They did not take on the big teams. Well, they have proven themselves tonight. Eric Jefferson comes out. They will save, of course, the best for last. Roland Braswell has his. They've just got the last man, Pete Harris, and here's the reaction. Now Coach Jim Calhoun will get his. Coach Calhoun,
I don't think they heard you.
Again, built this team. They had many mediocre seasons. Kim Bissonette, the trainer. The very affable Kim Bissonette, liked by all. But Coach Calhoun took a team when he got here in 1972-73, still stuck in limbo between Division I and Division II. He molded a team, got the support, paid his dues. He played some of the big teams, went around, gained exposure. Had several teams with records of 14-12, 13-13, around 500. But last year, things began to grow. Pete Harris in his 3rd year. Perry Moss, Dave Leto, Eric Jefferson in their 2nd years. Chip Rucker in his 3rd year. And Northeastern won 19 games last year. A dramatic upset against Maine. They were devastated, beaten 66-52 in the opening round. But it's quite a different story a year later. Against Vermont, they almost seemed doomed. They trailed by 4 after leading by 8. They were shut down for no points for a period of 4 minutes while being outscored 12-0. Now Coach Calhoun is introduced as he gets his award. Northeastern came back on a shot by Eric Jefferson with 45 seconds to tie that game at 60. They hit 16 of 17 free throws in the overtime to win 76-69. They got to the finals against Holy Cross tonight. And as of now, you should know that they have won the title. Let's see what else they're going to give out now. The big trophy will be presented now. Pete Harris and Jim Calhoun. And there's the reaction, folks, from the Cabot Gym. It took a little bit of luck tonight. And as Coach Jim Calhoun once said, you've got to be there on the right spot. Pete Harris holds the trophy high over his head, and the crowd reacts. Pete Harris, what a way for a class athlete, a class man, a great player, a great person to go out here at the Cabot Gym, playing his final game in championship style, and Pete hit the winning points.
Number 4, Perry Moss.
And the MVP of the tournament is Perry Moss. They have announced that. Almost did was hit a 50-footer at the buzzer to put this game into overtime. Early on, the Huskies trail 16-10. They held Holy Cross scoreless for 5 minutes, ran off 12 straight to take a 6-point lead, 22-16. At the end of the first half, Northeastern led 41-35. And then Holy Cross in the second half began to take over late down the end. And Northeastern was down by 1 and 3 as they continued to foul Holy Cross. But the big play, as with 16 seconds to go and Northeastern down by 1, Holy Cross had 2 free throws. Ed Thurman, a 1-and-1. He missed the shot, but they got the ball back. With 4 seconds, he was fouled again. An intentional 2-shot foul. He made the first to make it a 2-point game. He missed the second. Rucker grabbed the rebound with 3 seconds, got it to Moss, and Perry knew what he was doing. Jumped it up from the midcourt line. At the buzzer, swish. We went into overtime with the game tied at 75. The Huskies again scored the first 4. And then Holy Cross tied it up with 8 seconds to go. Harris hit 2 free throws. Northeastern wins 81-79. So Northeastern now 10-0 here at the Cabot Gym. And what a way to go out. Tony Robinson is going to try to get Coach Jim Calhoun if he can grab the coach. We would definitely like to have him talk. We are going to have the coach come over now. So Tony Robinson will go down there with him. So let's go to Tony.
Coach Calhoun, outstanding victory. I'm speechless.
Greatest moment of my athletic career, and certainly I think all of our kids and maybe Northeastern's history. I don't know, there's been nothing better than this, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you beat Holy Cross, you didn't play them during the season. Right. How do you think the team would do?
Well, I don't know, we're number 1, that's all I know right now.
All right, Steve Berkowitz is going to take over now.
Coach, first let me congratulate you again, the #1 team in the ECAC North. I'm not sure what Tony asked you already. I had to be down here with you. I am so proud right now again to be part of Northeastern basketball again. And you deserve all the credit in the world. You fought hard to get this team here, and tonight, I guess this is the biggest moment.
Let me just take 1 second. Thank you, Steve, publicly, all year for everything you've done for us. I really appreciate it very much. Coach, from the team.
Coach, again, we'll see you Thursday, the NCAA.
Beautiful.
Welcome back to the Cabot Gym. A very happy scene here tonight. The Huskies have made history. They have produced the greatest moment in the history of Northeastern basketball in Division I. They have defeated Holy Cross. Many critics said it could never be done. They can never get to the NCAAs. It was a long, hard season. The Huskies went through 26 games, 18 of them on the road. They won 13 of those. They won all 8 regular season games here at the Cabot Gym, and when things were over, it was 21-5. They got the #1 seed, although they had to fight for it against Holy Cross, and it turned out to be a very important thing. Northeastern and Holy Cross, the top 2 seeds, made it to the finals, and it came right down to the last shot, just like we thought it would. The first last shot was by Perry Moss at the end of regulation, a mid-court, incredible, miraculous shot. Perry has done that before. It was not that much of a surprise. It went right through, and that put the game into overtime, and the Huskies now are on their way to the NCAAs. Tomorrow morning, they will punch in Northeastern into a computer, and they'll come up with a matchup maybe against Virginia. I don't know. It could be against any other 47 teams, but the point is Northeastern is there. They have made it to the NCAAs, and anything from here is gravy. This is what the Huskies had hoped to accomplish. Now they have made a name for themselves. Maybe a couple of upsets along the way, but hey, even that is not that. It's important, of course, but the Huskies have, again, accomplished their goal. Paul Potter, I think, has left. He has gone to join the wild scene. Everybody is finally getting out of here now. and it's emptying out. But it was really just a tremendous thing to see. And for Northeastern, again, hopefully they have shut up the critics for now. They have earned their way to the NCAA playoffs. They have dethroned the champions. Holy Cross won this last year. Northeastern vowed they would be back. Everybody did on their side, and indeed they have. And they had to fight hard for it, and they're there. Well, I guess that will do it. Of course, we are not finished yet. The Huskies have lived to fight another day, and that'll be this Thursday in the NCAA playoffs when they take on, we don't know yet, we don't know where. It could be any of 4 sites: Providence, Dayton, Ohio, Austin, Texas, or sunny Los Angeles, California. Wouldn't mind that. But whatever it is, I'll take it. And we'll be there to cover it this Thursday, the first round. As this is just a great night, and nothing can go wrong right now. The Huskies are sitting on top of the world. Well, at least they're sitting on top of the ECAC North. That will do it. I'd like to say so long for Paul Porter and also Tony Robinson. This is Steve Berkowitz saying goodbye from the Cabot Gym. That closes out the season here. The final score for the last time in overtime: the ECAC North champions, Northeastern Huskies 81, Holy Cross 79.